I was fired for refusing to delete security footage. Now the CEO's daughter is missing, and I am the only one who knows what happened 3 days ago. I was the head of security at Meridian Towers, a luxury apartment complex where rent starts at $5,000 a month. Today, I'm unemployed, sitting in a detective's office with a flash drive that could end multiple careers, including mine. It started last Friday when Marcus Harrington, our CEO, stormed into the security office at 2 a.m. His eyes were bloodshot, his $3,000 suit rumpled. I need all footage from the East Wing elevators and parking garage deleted. Here's only one reason someone demands footage deletion at 2 a.m. and it's never server issues. I'll need that in writing, sir, I said, already knowing his response. Just do it, Allison. That's why we pay you. He tossed an envelope on my desk. Inside was $5,000 cash. I slid it back. I can't do that without proper documentation. It's against protocol. His face darkened. Do you know who I am? Who my family is? I did. The Harringtons owned half the city. His daughter Zara was a 23-year-old socialite whose wild parties made regular appearances on gossip sites. His wife sat on the city council. I know exactly who you are, sir. That's why I am following protocol. He fired me on the spot. As he stormed out, he shouted for my assistant Derek, who had been hovering nervously in the doorway. You've the footage? You are promoted? I cleared out my desk, while Derek avoided my eyes. Before leaving, I did something I never done before. I made a copy of the night's security footage, not to blackmail anyone, but because something felt very wrong. I spent the weekend applying for jobs and trying to forget about Meridian Towers. Then yesterday morning, my phone exploded with notifications. Zara Harrington was missing, last seen entering Meridian Towers Friday night. No trace since the police were reviewing security footage, but according to the news, there were technical issues with certain time periods. I sat on my couch, staring at the flash drive on my coffee table. I watched the footage 3 times before accepting what I was seeing. Zara had arrived at 1:15 a.m., clearly intoxicated, accompanied by her father's business partner, Richard Weston Pern, a married man 30 years her senior. The elevator footage showed them arguing, her shoving him grabbing her arm so hard she hit the wall. Then something changed in his expression, a coldness I've seen before in my line of work. The parking garage footage showed Weston leaving alone at 1:47 a.m. The trunk of his car sat noticeably lower than when he arrived. I called the detective assigned to the case, explained who I was, what I had. She was at my apartment within 20 minutes. Why didn't you come forward immediately, she asked, her eyes never leaving the screen as she watched the footage for the 4th time. Because I needed to be sure, I said, and because the Harringtons have ruined people for less. She nodded slowly. You know what this looks like, right? The CEO trying to protect his business partner after she didn't finish the sentence. She didn't need to. Here's something else, I said, pulling up the final clip. This is from the service entrance 10 minutes after Weston left. The footage showed Marcus Harrington entering through the staff door, taking the service elevator to the floor where Weston and Zara had been. 40 minutes later, he left carrying a large duffel bag, looking directly away from every camera pan except one he didn't know about. Installed during recent renovations, the detective's expression hardened. He knew exactly where the cameras were. He approved their installation. She was making calls before she even left my apartment when hours. Richard Weston was brought in for questioning. His car was impounded. The duffel bag was found in a dumpster 3 blocks from Meridian Towers, containing Zara's bloodied clothes. But Zara herself is still missing this morning. I received 2 calls. The first was from Derek, my former assistant, speaking in a hushed voice. They're cleaning out the entire security server, everything years of footage. Allison, I am scared. What did I get involved in? The second call was from a blocked number. A voice I recognized as Marcus Harrington simply said, you should have taken the money. I'm writing this from a hotel room paid for in cash. The detective has arranged protection for me until I can testify. On the news, they're reporting that Zara Harrington's disappearance may be connected to high-level corporate crime. They're not mentioning that her own father might be involved in covering it up, turned her worse. I keep thinking about that envelope on my desk, how easy it would have been to take it. How many people would have sometimes doing the right thing costs you everything, but not doing it costs even more. The detective just texted, they found something in Weston's car trunk. I have to go. I hope they find Zara alive. I hope the truth comes out. And I hope my next security job is at a place where the only thing I need to worry about is teenagers sneaking into the pool after hours.